They came as a delegation to meet me along with Mr. Siddiqui, learned senior advocate. So my first suggestion to them was, people will get bored of seeing me. Already they have seen me last year, once again this year. So why don't you choose somebody else for this? No, no, no. Justice Tirthankar Ghosh got a commitment from me that I should come. And since I am going to retire next month, he said we are going to prepone the event. So therefore, you need to come. So when I came here last year, my memory is still fresh. We opened a couple of facilities here, and in fact, as a souvenir, I'm still having the invitation of the last year. I'm still holding this. What persuaded me to accept the invitation was the galaxy of alumni this institution has produced. Statistics have shown that there are as many as 7 learned district judges. There are 3 learned registrars who are also district judges in the High Court at Calcutta. Therefore, there are 52 civil judges and 3 designated senior advocates of High Court at Calcutta. And of course, our principal secretary, who is also a district judge, he is now the principal secretary of the Judicial Department, Government of India. I think there is no other institution in the entire country which can boast of such an illustrious alumni. So the thanks goes to the 3 wonderful men who are seated here, who are the previous speakers, and the host of other professors who taught each one of you. Still, you fondly remember them. In fact, a teacher is a person who shapes a person's character. I would equate him to a potter. You come to the institution as a raw, wet clay. So it can become a beautiful piece of art, or it can be a small, rough piece of wall, or a not properly molded cup or something like that. So these teachers have dedicated themselves not for themselves, their life, they have dedicated their life for the welfare of their students. We all heard Dr. Chakrabarti say that he was so proud to see his alumni in the airport, in the railway stations. So there was a love, there was a bonding. See the way he spoke. He might have been very strict to you, some of you. He might not have given you good marks. Though you would have expected 90 marks, he would have given you only 40 marks. See, these are all the positives and negatives of a teacher, which you will cherish as age advances. Still, I remember my teachers. I had the good fortune, in fact, I think I told this last year also. He was a professor, he taught us Evidence Act, International Law, as well as TOTS. The TOTS class was very, very interesting because he always come with wonderful illustrations. So he was our favorite teacher, but he was also a practitioner. So any doubt, we will go to his chamber at about 1:20 and wait for him when he comes back from the court, get a clarification and come back. Little did I know that I will also become a judge of the High Court of Madras, and little did I know that I will sit along with him in the division bench. So therefore, there are so many instances which you will recollect. See, young minds, you are all very busy building up your career, climbing the pole, etc. After one stage, when you start, the reminiscence will be there, where you will appreciate why did I make this blunder? Somebody might have stood up and shouted at the teacher. At the heat of the moment, young blood, you didn't know. So you will repent, you will regret, oh, why did I do? He has done so much for me, I should not have done. Let me go and apologize to him. So teachers are always forgiving. They never take things to heart. Because they know they are all young students, have to be molded, and all credit will go to them. If it's a bad student, that discredit also will come to the teacher. So as Justice Tirthankar Ghosh has pointed out, the profession of law has had a sea of change. I fully agree with Justice Ghosh when he said that if a son or a daughter is doing law, the parent will not be respected in society. because he is not in the mainstream. Therefore, that fellow is a dud. He can't understand anything. That is why he went and joined the law college. I am an alumni of the Madras Law College, which is also about, it was founded in the year 1865. I did my 3-year course, magnificent building. It is situated in the heart of the Chennai city, near the Esplanade. It's called Paris Corner. So what they will say is, a fellow who was jobless, he didn't know what to do, but his father gave him some money. He walked into this campus without knowing what it is, whether it was a museum or a post office. Then they said it is law college, you come, you pay 150 rupees, we will give you admission. So those were the times. But my students who are seated here, or the young lawyers, now the profession has had a sea of change. You please personally talk to Dr. Chakraborty how difficult it is to get into a national law school. How difficult it is to get into any of the colleges which are affiliated to Calcutta University or Burdwan University. They may have their own entrance exam. It has become so competitive. What does it indicate? The profession has become competitive. Therefore, necessary filtration process is required. The demand is more than the supply. Therefore, if 100 seats are there, there are 15,000 applications. What does it mean? The demand is more than the supply. So unless and until we qualify, unless and until we update ourselves, we will become outdated. I will repeat what I just said in the other auditorium in Chandanagar. I said the legal profession is the only profession which does not require updation. I cited an incident. A fellow acquires a LLB degree in the year 1954. Till his lifetime, he is a lawyer. After some time, because of his grey hair, they will say he is a very seasoned senior lawyer. And he goes on with that degree. But any other profession for that matter, we have got senior police officers here, we have got senior administrative officers here. Everybody requires updation. For that matter, if you are on a post-paid connection, your SIM card requires updation, recharge. Your driving license requires renewal. A 15-year card requires renewal of its registration certificate. Every profession, every other profession, medical profession, chartered accountants, the requalification has become a must. And ours is the only profession where once we get the law degree and enroll ourselves, unless and until we get caught in some problem and dragged to the bar council, eternally we are highly skilled lawyers. That mindset should go. That mindset should go from today at least. Because without updation, it cannot be done. So in fact, that is the reason judicial academies have been established in all states, pursuant to the direction issued by the Honorable Supreme Court. And we have got an excellent facility in Newtown, West Bengal Judicial Academy, where continuous training is being imparted to all levels of judicial officers. We are not spared. High Court judges are not spared. We are also being trained by the National Judicial Academy. And today, two of the illustrious alumni of this institution, Dr. Honorable Justice Dr. Ajay Kumar Mukherjee and Justice Om Narayan Rai, are in Bhopal attending a training program. So therefore, my dear young friends, as this equally applies to senior lawyers as well. So therefore, you can never come to the conclusion that cup is full. My cup is full, I cannot pour any water or coffee into it. No, there is a hole in the cup. You will get drained after some time. You will get irrelevant after some time. Thirdly, I say so because the type of litigation in the next 10 years is going to change. You are going to find a sea of change. Some of which you have learned in the classroom will become obsolete. New laws have come. So there are specialized fields. Do you know that there are the highest paid lawyers in the world are the people who specialize in sports law? Every football team which is registered in Barcelona has got a panel of not less than 150 lawyers advising them. One of my, presently is an illustrious, he was my junior, Then he moved on to UK to do his masters in Cardiff Law School. Then went to MIT, Massachusetts, and did another masters, got his law degree. Now he has come back to UK and he has been hired by a football team. I will not name the company. Hired by a football team. Why? He specializes in sports law. There are very advocates who specialize in only laws relating to energy, renewable energy, sustainable energy. So these are all new branches where you have to equip yourself. So especially the Calcutta Bar needs to equip yourself. In fact, in that conference I said, under the Income Tax Act, of course, some standing councils are there. The only provision which is majority in the entire state of West Bengal is a provision called Section 68, which is unaccounted cash. On an average, I get up to 15 cases a day, fresh cases a day on 68. Whereas in my parent high court, every day I used to get 5 cases of international taxation. That's where your brain works. So, if you want to have a complicated matter to be done, you require, people are importing lawyers from other states. West Bengal is the cultural capital of India. West Bengal has the most erudite and learned person. I always say every Bengali born Bengali is a born speaker, born orator. He is a born orator. Every child, every Bengali child is so creative. The parents spend so much of time developing the overall character. I used to stay in Salt Lake every day in the morning. I've seen so many mothers bring small girl children for football coaching. And they will change their uniform there, take a toto, then go elsewhere, take a shuttle bus, go to school. Evening come back, then have tuitions. So the world is competitive. The competition starts the moment the child is out of the mother's womb. So therefore my humble request to all of you, the young students, the mid-level, not junior advocates, the advocates who have completed about 10 or 11 years of practice, as well as the little above them, and more particularly the seniors as well. Because there is a lot of competition. Now youngsters are being designated as senior advocates at the age of 42, 43. The power with which they come into court is something different. So therefore, unless the senior also equips, he will become irrelevant. So please thank this institution, cherish this institution, and as an alumni, you have to give back something to the institution. It is not that you come here. Of course, I won't take much long. I know that all of you are hungry. The lunch is also waiting. So it is not a one-day affair. Very happy to see Justice Nitankar, Justice Doris Patanaik, brand ambassadors, and a host of others. Justice Sugata Majmundar is there, Justice Ajay Kumar Mukherjee, Justice Prashantis Biswas, Supratim Bhattacharya, Parthasarathi Chatterjee, and the latest addition is Om Narayana Rai. It is not like that. So therefore, you have to give back something to the institution. It is this alumni meet has been organized so that whatever talents we have, how can we give back? People in various fields are there. You can approach, like senior standing counsels of the income tax department is there. So Masudi was practicing state, Soman Bhattacharya is there. So some of you want to do internship, you do. If you ask me, please don't do internship with a High Court judge. I considered it to be the last of the priorities. You interned with a lawyer. Madam is there. She is also arguing a matter before. You interned under her. So you know how to work. You have to work for 7 days you have to work for 8 days in a week. That is the level of competition. And unfortunately, the seniors in Calcutta don't pay the juniors, but the juniors don't mind working. So that's a different mindset. But in other states, especially Delhi, the first thing the junior who is just passed out of law college is, what is my package? So I joined my senior. My senior did not pay me a single rupee for the first 4 years because he said you are staying with your father. They are feeding you. They have got you clothes, washing the clothes, sending you to the senior's office. You not required to pay. Thereafter, I started with 125 rupees per month. Slowly graduated to 750, 1250. That was the level. But still we were happy. Still we were happy. So that's the level of happiness I find in the Calcutta bar. I think it is pan West Bengal. So therefore, these are all my thought process. I think if you take up 40% of what I have said, it is a success for me. So once again, I thank Mr. Patnaik